We have a Pope. Viva Pope. Papa. Viva Papa. America. World. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was named the Pope. This is the first time that we have a Pope from this hemisphere. Usually the Pope is from Europe or from that hemisphere. But now we have a Pope in the Western Hemisphere. Now, there's been a lot of talk amongst progressives and those of us who are on the liberal side of the aisle about this particular Pope and what he stands for and what he believes in and his views and his values and his issues. Now, there's some issues that this Pope is very, very progressive on. One of those issues is when it comes to the poor. And he's been very clear that, you know, as we continue to be a more globalized world, the income inequality in the world is too much, and we need to do something to correct that. He's been very clear on that. And also, you know, when it comes to, you know, being, you know, a cardinal, he's one of the first cardinals of part of the College of Cardinals that, you know, happens to live a very modest life. First, he's a Jesuit, and this is the first Jesuit that's ever been picked to be Pope. But beyond the fact that he's a Jesuit, he gave up his he gave up his mansion, or the prince of the church, who gets he gave up his palace is the better word. Mansion's a better, palace is a better word. He gave up his palace. He's also given up his chauffeured limousine in favor to take the bus to work and to cook his own meals. Right? He is old, but he has some other interesting views. Like, for example, he was key in helping to block the same-sex marriage laws that they were trying to push forward in Argentina. And, you know, he doesn't believe that same-sex couples should adopt. And he's pretty conservative when it comes to, you know, LGBT rights and LGBT equality. But he don't fear. He did wash somebody's feet who had HIV/AIDS in 2001. The interesting thing is he became Pope, and instantly all these stories started to come out so fast. Like, people already knew, even though he wasn't one of the top contenders at all. You know, Vegas odds had him at 33-1 to win this thing, but he did become the Pope. Will there be change in the Catholic Church? I doubt it. He's not a reformer. He's very much very much part of the conservative wing of the College of Cardinals. But will this church change its stance on poverty in America? Poverty not only in America but in the world. I'm saying America. I think it will. I think we'll see this church change its stance on poverty. Will they change your stance on all the scandals the church has been in regarding, you know, raping little boys and altar boys? I don't know. I hope they do, because I think those boys need justice, and I think this church needs to finally have a statement condemning priests that do that and finding a way to reform the church to deal with these issues. But I don't think that this Pope will be the reformer, unfortunately. But he does care about poor people, and he is a man of the people, from poor beginnings, humble beginnings. What that does say, world, is that no matter where you come from, you can also too be everything that you want to be and everything in your dreams, including Pope. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. Go ahead, click that button below, and also follow us on Twitter, www.twitter.com/Fowler Show.